Whoa, we got some breaking news, people, and I was not expecting this, but we do have breaking news, and that is the Chicago Bears have extended Ryan Poles for the next 5 seasons and rewarded him with a contract extension. So let's talk about this, people. What is going on, y'all? Fox Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears and here to talk about this news in regards to Ryan Poles. So this was just reported by Adam Schefter of ESPN. And man, oh man, just seeing this first reaction for me was, wow, okay, I was not expecting it, but here we go. It makes sense. And it makes sense. Why? Because of a couple of reasons. The first and foremost is the fact that Ryan Poles is getting extended for 3 more seasons, meaning it's tacking on him for the next 5 years with the Chicago Bears. So he had 2 years left on his deal. So you add 3 to that. That's 5, obviously. And that lines up with, guess who? Yeah, Ben Johnson, the new head coach of the Chicago Bears. So it makes sense because the Bears now have their general manager and head coach aligned for the same amount of time on the same contract. I don't know about the salary part, but that doesn't matter, obviously, because it doesn't affect the salary cap space for the Bears. But they have them aligned. And that is good. So my overall big picture takeaway from this is I am good with it. All right, I'm good with it. Look, I have never been, I would say, the biggest Ryan Poles fan, but I do think that Ryan Poles, in a vacuum, is a good general manager. He's definitely had his misses, as had every general manager, but he has also had his hits. And the hits, to me, have been better than the misses, or more so than the misses. And that's why the Bears are in a position that they are right now, which is they're going into the season. Again, we know football has to be played, but you have obviously a very solid roster with an improved offensive line, with weapons and skill players that you feel good about at their positions. You have a quarterback who's the #1 overall pick, who is expected to take a leap in year 2. You have a defense that should be solid. Like, all of the pieces are there. You could see that the Chicago Bears could be a playoff team this season. I'm not saying it happens, but you could see it. And guess what? It's year 1 of Ben Johnson. So the ceiling, is going to continue to get higher and higher for this team. And eventually the hope is that they become Super Bowl contenders. But here is the other thing I just want to mention, all right? I talked about the fact that they are on the same timelines now, and that is why I like this. The other thing is, in a way, Ben Johnson is responsible for this extension, all right? Because of 2 reasons. Number 1, Ben Johnson getting landed by Ryan Poles is what I believe propelled this extension. And then 2, Ben Johnson's contract being for the next 5 seasons helped Ryan Poles get aligned with him, because you want your GM and coach aligned on the same timeline, right? Because if you, for some reason, and hopefully this works out, need to move on, then you start fresh with a new general manager, a new head coach. No more of this retread stuff with a first-year head coach and the same general manager, or a new head coach, an older head coach with a new general manager. Like, everybody needs to be aligned and on the same page, all right? So basically what I'm trying to tell you guys is I'm good with this. I like it. Ryan Poles, when he took over this football team, had a lot of mess to clean up, and I believe he's done a relatively good job of it, okay? A couple of misses, the biggest one to me was Matt Eberflus, keeping him too long, hiring him in the first place, and then keeping him too long. But it's just how fate works, because keeping him too long allowed Ben Johnson to be landed here by the Chicago Bears, allowed Ryan Poles to go out and get him. So it all worked out in the very end. And so to me, I'm good with it. I feel like Ryan Poles has put this team in a position to succeed with a bright future. Obviously making that DJ Moore trade, getting the #1 overall pick, and then landing Ben Johnson, the big fish, in this offseason. I think all of those things set him up for success here. Obviously, the Bears got to go out there and obviously perform, but I think, Ryan Poles is a good general manager, so I'm good with this move. And I think the Bears did the right thing, just aligning GM and head coach. So let me know what you guys think about that. Do you agree with the Bears extending Ryan Poles? Leave a comment down below with your thoughts as always. Thanks for watching.